Okay, so welcome to Swim Smooth's analysis of pro triathlete Scott Neyedli's stroke at the Challenge Stadium pool in Perth, Western Australia. Scott recently came second at Ironman Australia, Port Macquarie, and actually posted a swim split of 44 minutes and 35 seconds. We believe this is actually a record, world record Ironman swim. He exited, as you'll see in the little interview, second. He said had he known they were on for a record, he would have probably gone a little bit faster to make sure that record was his. Anyway, here's Scott's stroke. Now, having never seen Scott swim before, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I was mildly impressed, or should I say very impressed by his stroke. As you can see, we're doing a couple of laps here. On the way down, Scott is swimming very, very steady. On the way back, he's swimming much, much more like race pace here. He has excellent rhythm and timing in his stroke, very, very fluid, just throwing in a few head-up sighting strategies there, just to sort of show you how he would do that in the open water. Very, very rhythmical indeed. Quite a strong propulsive leg kick for a pro triathlete. Good alignment into the water. What we'll see when we go underneath the water is how Scott tends to press down a little bit at the front end of the stroke, especially with his right arm. So we suggested a couple of strategies there for him to improve that at the front end, maybe even having swimming even faster. But as you can see, it's a pretty good stroke. Here he is wearing his blue 70 speed suit. Notice how Scott's only breathing to the right hand side. Now, a possible recommendation there, certainly for training sets, would be a little bit of bilateral breathing to help improve the symmetry of the stroke. These laps are being covered, these faster laps, in around about 32 seconds for 50 metres, which is incredibly quick. His Ironman split worked out at 1 minute 10 per 100 metres. So certainly no slouch in the water. Just demonstrating a few sighting strategies there as well. This underwater shot here shows the difference, or shows how his body position maybe sits a touch lower at the back end. Hips are down a touch, heels down underneath the surface of the water. What we did see though from this same angle underneath the water with the wetsuit or the fast skin is just how much this elevated Scott's body position. Here we go, going back in this fast skin. Now obviously what we have to remember here is he's coming back much faster, so this would naturally lift him up a little bit higher. He's also swimming with a much, much more powerful leg kick. Having said that though, body position is looking good, rhythm and timing is excellent. A really, really great freestyle stroke. And you certainly can't argue with a 44-minute Ironman split. So Scott had come down to Challenge Stadium, just wanted a little bit of footage of his stroke. We were actually filming a new project down there, soon to be released. And we figured we'd get some high-def footage of Scott's stroke just to show him exactly what he's doing. Now, a couple of things here. You can see how he's actually holding on to his breath just before before exhaling underneath the water. Again, a tip, if we could offer a tip for such a fast swimmer, would to be maintain exhalation as soon as the face enters into the water. You can see how he just tends to press down at the front end of the stroke before he actually gets into that good catch and pull through. So again, a little bit of energy going in there to lifting him up in the water as opposed to pressing him back. Every swimmer can obviously afford to improve their stroke in some way, and whilst these might be minor adjustments, just to sort of almost like the icing on the cake for Scott's stroke, still worthwhile putting into practice. And as you'll see with his interview, Scott is very, very diligent with his training. An excellent cyclist and runner, and arguably one of the best swimmers, certainly in Ironman distance triathlon. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so if you want to learn a little bit more about things such as stroke rate, etc., jump on over to our swimsmooth.com website /stroke rate, where there's some analogies and talking about things like different types of freestyle strokes and improving people's rhythm. As you saw with Scott, he had quite a high stroke rate when swimming fast, very, very rhythmical. Don't forget to download our Mr. Smooth visualization, where it'll talk you through the stroke and show you how to improve your swimming technique. The Swim Smooth DVD box set is an excellent place to start if you're wanting to improve your swimming freestyle technique with lots of drills, etc. to go with that. And if you're just starting freestyle, literally getting into the stroke for the very first time, maybe you can only do a bit of breaststroke at the moment, don't forget to check out our Learn to Swim DVD program, which will really help to have you improving things such as your breathing, your body position and body roll in no time. Thanks very much. This is Paul Newsom from Swim Smooth signing off. Have a great weekend.